George Bush doesn't care about black people. Right here. Let me give this guy a hug right here. I love this guy right here.
What's going on, YouTube? This your boy Real Talk. You now tuned in to Real Talk Media. Got something different to talk about today, boy. So the other day I posted a video of a meeting between Donald Trump and Kanye West in the White House in the Oval Office. And I didn't give my opinion on it. I didn't really give too much commentary on it, so forth and so on, because I wanted to see what y'all thought. I wanted y'all to be able to form your own opinion and leave it in the comments. Also, I wanted to sit on it and marinate on it for at least a day before I gave my opinion. Now, I know how I felt when I first watched it, but I didn't want to just jump on here and give no video off of that. So with that being said, I marinated on it for at least a day. I sat back and I thought about the best way to word myself. And I said, fuck all that talking proper shit. I feel like you went in there like a old 1950-something ass housewife type nigga. Went in there like, oh, yes, honey, what can I do for you, old subservient ass house husband type ass nigga? I felt like you went in there like you still in a sunken place technically. And you was glad to meet the man who owned the house at the sunken place or whatever this shit is. Bro, I think like this. That man is the president of the United States. I definitely respect that. I respect his position, even though I don't respect him and the decisions he make. However, if that's the man that's running the United States, nigga, I'm in this bitch. I mean, it is what it is. With that being said, though, bro, when you go in there and you addressing him, you still supposed to go in there as a man and address him as a man. That don't mean going there acting a fool, raising your voice, turning up, sticking your chest out, trying to boss up on him. But everybody knows that when you speak to a man, you look a man in his eye and you let the man know that you mean business. It don't mean you trying to punk him out. It don't mean you gonna make him do none of that. But as a man, come on now, bro. I'm gonna greet you with a firm handshake. I'm gonna look you in your eye and I'm gonna talk to you like that. Also, I feel like instead of addressing the issues like you should have, you use this as a thing to promote Yeezy and Trump building brands, so forth and so on. You mentioned bringing jobs, but then you mentioned with the Trump name on it. Trump can't do too much shit while he's the president as far as for in the Trump name. That's one. For two, Yeezy, you just wanted your name all on them fucking broadcasts and stuff because you knew this was going to go nationwide. But I definitely respect the fact that you brought up Larry Hoover. However, I think you did that just to get the Chicago niggas and the niggas back on your side. But at the end of the day, shout out to Larry Hoover. Shout out to the motherfucking folks, the GDs, the beat. Man, shout out to all of them. I don't care if you like Larry Hoover or not. At the end of the day, though, I think you was basically trying to placate to us, basically. That's the word. And if that ain't the word, you know what I mean. Whatever Hillary was trying to do to get black people on her side. Pandering, that's the word I meant to say. With that being said, though, this ain't just about black people. This just ain't about white people. This just ain't about Mexican and none of that. So I don't want y'all sitting there making this no race issue as far as a whole. Because this opinion that I have, I've also heard this echo from multiple people of multiple different backgrounds and races. I've read the comments on my page and on multiple other pages. So it's not just me to feel like this, bro. So, matter of fact, T.I., talk to these niggas.
Goes on and on, man. So, did Kanye, I can't even ask you in a nutshell because, T.I., I want this to breathe. How did you feel when you watched Kanye West sitting down with Donald Trump in the Oval Office?
Man, first of all, man, let me start off by saying, man, I'm tired of talking about Kanye.
Yeah, same here.
I'm gonna start off by saying that I'm really sick and tired of it. And I ain't the person who I ain't all knowing of Kanye. Man. It's just, and it really like, you know what I'm saying. I set out, man, to try and, you know, use, I guess, the knowledge and wisdom that I have gained and the information that I have absorbed in my little, you know, just in my little journey, man, and my little stint of accidental activism. Mm-hmm. You know, and just trying to use it for good and direct somebody who I feel like is an extremely great talent, and you know, and and what I knew to be a great person. You know, what I know to be a great person, as far as with great intentions and a good spirit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, you know, direct that person on the path of righteousness. You know what I'm saying? That was my intention. But I felt like when I seen that, it's like, man, for real, man, you putting everybody at jeopardy now. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you finna crash the whole ship, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I can't just sit back and let anything that anybody does that I have some affiliation with crash the ship. And it wasn't even about the meeting. It was really about the manner in which. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It was the manner in which you got to go in there, man. Then you go in there, man, as an equal, man. And you know, so you look them folk in the eye. First of all, you address the blatant disrespect and disregard for our people. You know what I'm saying? That had been going on. You address, you know, those babies that were separated from their parents at the border and who's now being, you know, given off into adoption to American families now without the parents' permission. You know, you address all of these things. You know, man, you don't go in there with all that broke back subservience. You know what I'm saying? All that weakness. All that yes or no, sir. Oh, I love it, man. Oh, man, let me hug it, man. Come on, man. You don't let the next generation see that. That ain't how we rocking. Man, it's hip hop. You dig what I'm saying? You know, we came in here, man, because we built our own, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at you out of eyes. I'm looking at you as an equal. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't coming in here. I don't need you to give me nothing. But if you want to do the right thing, do what you're supposed to do, what I think should be done. You know, that's how you go in there speaking. You don't go in there, man. I ain't talking about. I ain't speaking against none of the things that they was in there talking about. You know what I'm saying? I ain't speaking again. I'm just saying, like, that just ain't the manner in which you go in there speaking about nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
especially if you going in there trying to represent us.
And when I heard the comment of, you know, almost like you're a father figure and you're Superman to me, and you know this MAGA hat is like you're Superman, and the MAGA hat is like my cape, you know, and even seeing Jim Brown saying, you know, happy to serve you, I was just like, man, who do we send? Who do we send in there, man? And
we ain't sent nobody nowhere. We ain't sent nobody nowhere. You know what I mean? There wasn't nobody in there that represent us in there. Like for real. It wasn't nobody in there that represent us, and because ain't nobody who gonna represent us going in there.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you asked me to go, I said, hell no, what I'm going in there for? I tell you what, I go if let me bring Minister Farrakhan.
Yes, sir.
I go. You know what I mean?
I've been saying the same thing this morning, man. Like, take Minister Farrakhan, Tony Muhammad, you know, Minister Tony Muhammad.
I said, let me bring the minister with me, and I go.
Now, you also said this is a move made for Ye. This is a play to put him in position that he'd like to see himself in. I understand that, but what do those words mean coming from T.I. that this is a move that's made for Ye, that Ye made for Ye?
Man, I just to get closer to some power. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't even really want to like speak down on it. Man. Like I don't want to have nothing else negative to say. I don't want to have nothing else negative to say because I just don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, that it's a lot that is much that can be accomplished. You know, just kind of focusing on the negative parts of things.
Right.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste no more energy on that.
And then plus, it's also like, man, the platform that we're using also, you know what I'm saying? Does it put us in a position where, like, man, now Big Boy and T.I., now they're on talking bad about Ye, but I was just on more of the facts and how do we feel about it, man? And Tip, what's the next move?
It was very unfortunate. And what's even more unfortunate is that, you know, from what I also saw, you know, they were actually in there speaking about some things that, you know, they need to be done. You know what I'm saying? Actually, you know, speaking about some things that have some like a high upside. You dig what I'm saying? And to be speaking about it in that manner, you know, in that tone, in that regard, you know, I just feel like it's disrespectful to the whole movement. It's disrespectful to the culture. It's disrespectful to the generation.
Definitely. I agree with you, Tip. Also, one thing that really bothered me was when he wanted to, you know, bring Colin Kaepernick and at the Super Bowl, have him wear that hat. It's like,
Make
it's
America great.
Make America great. Like, what a big slap in the face to the entire movement that Colin has been pushing for and for the social injustice that's going on, you know? And it's like, for you to say that, it's because I feel, and I do feel that though Kanye's intentions are in the right place, I think he means well. The execution was very poor. It was very, very poor. The presentation was not right, and this is not how it's going to get done. And I do think that because he does have a mental issue going on that's not being addressed and it's not being taken care of, that's why he was all over the place. Like, if he really had a plan, this could have really been good. If he sat down and really thought about his thoughts and what he wanted to say,
bring the right people in to sit down with you as well.
Execute
and
this
my
properly.
thing is this: I can understand this love train and this love movement that you're on, but I'm not going to start my love with somebody that I know hates me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to try to turn you around to where I know you hate me and what I stand for and everybody that's behind me and next to me, in front of me, and my history. I know I know that you hate this. Now, years ago, if I say George Bush doesn't care about black people, alrighty, and that is, I took a platform, and now for me to come and see someone that I know doesn't care about black people and people of color, to align myself with that, you know what I'm saying? And I understand. I'm trying to understand this love train that right. you're on, in this spirituality, and I'm trying to. But my thing is, man,
I'm not.
Go
I
ahead.
Ain't trying to understand a damn thing, man. It ain't my job to dig through all this rubbish and trying to find something valuable. And if it's valuable, it's supposed to present it as such. You know what I'm saying? And you got to really, like, you know, you got to take what people give you, man. You know what I'm saying? If you give me ignorance, then I'm going to take it as ignorance. I'm not going to say, oh, well, this is only ignorance because of making an excuse for it.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been trying to avoid that. You know, my uncle always told me, man, when a person show you who they is, believe them.
Mm-hmm. When the person,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And I've been trying to ignore that. I've been trying to walk away from that. You know what I'm saying? Just looking for some positive. But, you know, ultimately, man, I ain't willing to sacrifice the movement. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay solid. I'm gonna stay solid and stay firm on mine. But I will say I ain't gonna be negative, because there's a lot of things that I saw that was mentioned that I am in full support of. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like friend Larry Hoover. Mm-hmm. Like, that's something that I feel like will benefit Chicago greatly. You know what I'm saying? I think that's gonna affect people's lives in a way that, like, people will stop dying. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It will bring order to some chaos that is in constant existence in our community. So I ain't gonna never speak ill of that. I ain't gonna never speak ill of that, because I know what that'll do for our community. It's supposed to happen. But I still feel like you don't handle no man of respect. You don't handle no matters in association with a man of respect, presenting yourself any other way but respectable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even speak on no man of respect going and being just subservient. Mm. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. You know, that's disrespectful to the struggle that this man been in. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I just felt it. I just felt it on so many different levels, and it's. So I don't want to speak. I don't want to be negative about it, but at the same time, I wanted to speak out and let the generation know that ain't the way.
I heard that.
You're trying to get accomplished in life, that ain't the way.
Drop a comment down below and let me know what y'all think about this. I'm on Twitter at Real Talk Blogs. I'm on Instagram at Real Talk Blogger. Yo, this shit crazy. I'm out.
All it takes is the beat, then I start snapping. Back to rapping, y'all been acting like it's about fashion. Rocking them skinny jeans and them purses. Niggas be dressing like faggots. Doing gay ass dances, but ain't saying shit when they rhyme. But if the beat's something they can dance to, then they think it's something they like. It blow my mind, these niggas be lying like they did crime, or they did time like I did mine. You can look me up in 8448375. But I got caught cause I wasn't that smart as a nigga first thought. And my code's talk, but I still go hard. What the fuck you go? We can take it outside. I get you fucked up, boy, lyrical perfection. Never stressing, no worried about no bitch. I post up anywhere. Y'all niggas be acting scary around this bitch.